Hey, this is Johnny Mo. I'm reviewing this Pure Wakesurf board I picked up this year. Since 2023, and I picked this up on a basically kind of open forum recommendation. What's out there? I'm a big guy, obviously, 300 pounds soaking wet, and I really struggled for many years. I've been surfing for about 10 years, and I really struggled to find a surf style board that I could surf well. On the skim side, I had my Trident. That was basically the only board I could surf. It didn't matter how big the wave was. We're standing here today on my new 21ZX by Tige. So it was really, I was maxing out the wave I could get. I needed to find a board. And so as people steered me towards this new company startup, actually been around a couple of years, but really in the wake surfing community, but Pure. So we'll give an overview of the board, and then we'll talk a little bit about my experience with it.
So a bit about the boards, made in Florida. They use an upgraded S-glass fiberglass throughout to increase strength as well as to decrease sort of fade. This one is painted blue. You notice in the tail it's got the diamond tail, then it also has sort of the minor diamond on the nose. So diamond will generate a bit more speed than something like a board that's designed like a thumb tail board that wants to spin a lot more, but it still does allow you to kind of jump side to side and even spin. It does have their upgraded fins on it as well, and the whole board is a bit concave down the center, has thicker rails, and a lot more volume towards the front and the back.
So when I ordered this board, I talked to Ken on the phone quite extensively, and so we went through a lot of my past videos. And so I used to have a Soulcraft. Well, I still have a Soulcraft. It was a 4'10", but really skinny in the nose, and you'd see a lot of spray coming off right off the front of the board, and I would bury the nose. I couldn't generate enough speed. Loved the board, but it just wasn't sized for me. Tried a variety of other boards. I had a Chaos XL. In fact, that was the big guy board, 320 pounds. Frankly, as much as I like Chaos, the board just didn't surf at all for me. I really struggled with that one. It just plowed the whole time. So I kind of almost gave up on surf style boards. And so I thought, you know what? Rather than trying a bunch of cheaper ones, let's just go all in, get a custom built. So this is the Zero G. I think it's a pretty new model for him. And it's a 4'10" in length, but it's extra thick. Like, it's hard to actually tell here, but this is a good 1.75 inches or so thick. And a lot of the thickness is in the front of the board. So before, again, when I'd bury the nose and I'd be really front foot heavy, like when I'm on this board, my feet are here and here. In fact, you can start to see depressions in the board where I stand. Because I'm not back here. I can't be back here. I can't ride it. So you need to have the volume in the front. So he built a custom front for me, so it's a little bit thicker in the front. But other than that, this is basically, like any other Zero G, made in the USA. And he also did a custom blue fade on it, which I think is really cool. So I've been surfing this board now for about 3 months behind the new boat. Very first time I had the boat and the board out, I hit a 360. Never had a 360 before on a surf style board before, so that was pretty awesome. I did a transition switch just yesterday here in Kookanusa Lake in BC. Never been able to even barely attempt that before because I just lose it on the skim board, right? So the fins really kind of locked it in for that. So yeah, overall, no issues with speed, no issues with the wave. I can knock the wave down from where I would have to be with, say, the Trident or especially with the Soulcraft or the Chaos. So I'm really happy with this thing. I think, give them a call, look what they got. I don't know if you just took one off the shelf, it would be the same as mine. Again, it is a little thicker. Like when you look at it, it's wider right at this point. And that little extra volume in the front really helps me, recover and surf and get on the nose a little bit heavy when I have to. So anyway, got some footage here I'll show you of me surfing the board. Overall, I'm really happy with this. And this is the first time I've ever said that about a surf style board. So, you got my recommendation to pick one of these things up. And just a little bit of a side, they're so great to deal with. Ken must have talked to me on the phone for an hour, watched all my old videos to try and get me sized to a perfect board that I'd be really happy with. And I am. And as luck would have it, I also ended up with a new boat this year. So that was just kind of a side benefit. But certainly didn't need the new boat to surf this board. So thanks to the folks at Pure Wakesurf. I'm really happy with this, and I hope you sell lots of these things.